Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we are asking what career is meant for you. So we have 3 groups to choose from. Whichever group you feel drawn to the most, that's most likely your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one group, that's totally okay. It just means there's more than one message for you here today. So pile number 1 is this stack of cards. Pile number 2 is this stack of cards, and then pile number 3 is this stack of cards. So feel free to pause the video and meditate on the piles. I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below. That way you can click straight to your reading, and I will see you in your groups. Bye. Hello, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, this is your reading. What career is meant for you? I just want to start off by saying to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and also just remember to have fun with this reading as well. So the first card that we have is Temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Okay. Pile number 1, you guys have the gazelle. Okay. The gazelle is often about being graceful, being light on your feet. Temptation. I feel like whatever career you're meant to be in may test you, is something that's coming through, where you may be tested with money. You may be tested with people, you may be tested with your own morality or your own integrity. Is really interesting. I feel like whatever career you're meant to have does involve a lot of money, but I feel like you may have to overcome a certain challenge within, is something that's coming through. Maybe a self-limiting belief or self-doubt. Or you may have to grow in your self-esteem. Believing in yourself is something that's tied to your career. Let's see what else we have. We have Child Magical. Light attributes. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. Shadow attributes, pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. So with this shadow attribute coming through for your career, I feel like this is something that you may encounter quite often in your career. Sorry about that, if you heard that in the background. And I feel like this is what you're meant to overcome. And I just saw 222 on the clock timer. And whenever I flipped this card over, it's funny because I was feeling the energy of like, whenever you ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, they often say things like princess or mermaid or Spider-Man, or these careers that people would often say, you know, well, be realistic, you know, you can't actually be a princess, you can't actually be Spider-Man. And so something that's coming through strongly is like cosplay. Or also that you may be the first in your field. There may not be other people like you, and you can be a Disney princess if you want to be. You can be Spider-Man if you want to be. Your career is really tied to believing that you can. I feel like your career would also be something more creative as well. This could be like a YouTuber, an influencer, a TikTok star. Somebody who's seen on the internet is something that's coming through. But I am also getting strong like cosplay energy. We have the imagery of fairies twice. So your career may be actually just being like a fairy. I'm seeing somebody working at like Renaissance festivals or Renaissance fairs as well. And I am also seeing the energy of like acting here as well. Being able to put on a persona or put on like a face is something that's coming through, or put on a mask to entertain. Let's see what else we have. We have the Sun, Spirit. Yeah, a lot of like inner child energy is coming through. And the Sun is also the ruler of Leo, and Leo is connected to the inner child. Leo is also connected to putting on a performance, the entertainment industry. So you guys your career may be involved in putting on a show or being an entertainer of some kind, which is really interesting. I also am getting this energy that your career may be something that you have to build, and that may require you to go through phases of not having money is something that's coming through. So like, you know, in acting, you have to build your way up before you can make a lot of money, or being a YouTuber or being an influencer, you have to build your way up. You have to work without making money for long periods of time before you can actually start making money is something that's coming through. Let's see what else we have. We have the 52nd gene key. June 25th through 30th could be significant. Cancer energy. And then we have the shadow of stress, the gift of restraint, and the city of stillness. The ring of seeking. Interesting. It's interesting that your shadow is stress, and then we also have temptation here. I am feeling a lot of like Capricorn energy, and Capricorn does deal with career, but the tarot card that represents Capricorn is the devil, and the devil deals with temptation. It deals with overcoming self-limiting beliefs, overcoming pessimism, overcoming depression, even this idea of disbelief in miracles. Your career is tied to the idea that anything is possible, anything can happen, anything is achievable. I feel like your career also may test you when it comes to believing in yourself, to knowing that you have the power to create whatever career you want to create, that you are the one in control, that you are the one in charge. And then we have the Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift, with the number 35, which reduces to the number 8, and 8 is the number of abundance. 8 is also the energy of networking. So your career involves putting yourself out there, connecting with others, communicating with others, and it's crazy that you guys have the Lady of Lightning. So your career is actually a career that may shift you be a complete paradigm shift, or a complete timeline jump is something that's coming through, where your career will allow you to experience a life that you didn't grow up with, or one that you're not familiar with. So I am seeing like a lot of fame that may come from your career, a lot of recognition, a lot of being known for something. I am getting a strong energy of like cosplay or acting or being in the entertainment industry. Being seen is something that's also coming through. Being in the spotlight. See what else I'm seeing. With the number 1 here, there is also the energy of being like an entrepreneur or owning your own business. And again, I'm being drawn back to your gene key card, how in the shadow of stress, it says the phenotype of fear. So your career is actually meant to evolve you in a way that helps you overcome fear. Interesting. So it's almost like the energy with the sun here as well, and temptation, being put through the flames, being tested, being put through almost like challenge or trial to overcome fear, to overcome limiting beliefs. It's almost like this groundbreaking energy, this energy of doing something that not a lot of people have done, or going a path or doing things that not a lot of people do, because your career is strongly tied to believing that it's possible. I'm getting the energy of believing is seeing. When you believe that you can have this career, then you will see yourself taking steps toward this. Yeah. A lot of fire energy here as well. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. See what else I'm seeing. Your career also involves shedding skin. So again, it's the energy of the mask, you know, and the mask to me represents acting. It represents being in the spotlight, being seen, putting on a persona. Interesting. I also feel like your career that you're meant to have is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to have this feeling of lightheartedness, and it's supposed to feel like play is something that's also coming through. The energy of play, the energy of having fun. I am getting this strong energy of like dress up. I feel like you're also, the things that you were interested in as a child may have to do with your career. So if you were interested in certain things, I feel like you're being called to maybe look back in your childhood, the things that you were interested in, the things that you liked, maybe asking your parents what you said when you were a kid when asked what you wanted to be when you grew up. I feel like could also give you insight into the career you're meant to have. I want to go ahead and look at your tarot cards. I am seeing somebody reaching for the stars. Your spirit guides are saying your dream job, your dream career is the career you're meant to have. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. What career is pile number 1 meant to have? What career is pile number 1? Okay, we'll take all of these cards. So we have the 2 of Cups that flipped over. Interesting. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock timer. So your career may involve a twin flame or a soulmate relationship. You may meet a partner in the career you're meant to be in, or your partner may be in the same field or career that you're meant to be in, is something that's here. We're only taking uprights as well. Actually, I feel like I can move these over a little bit. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. So your career is meant to be one of abundance. It's meant to be one of a lot of money, a lot of financial wealth. And that's something that I was feeling as well, where with the temptation, even with the child energy here, the energy of a beginner, your career may be one where you have to work or show up consistently before you start to make money. But whatever career you're meant to be in is supposed to be one that has a lot of money in it. That is a career that has a lot of money, that has, again, I'm feeling the energy of acting or being an influencer. Cosplay is something that's coming through again. We have the World. So the career that you're meant to be in is one that allows you to travel, to see things. Also to feel this energy of like your dream came true is something that I'm feeling. I'm seeing 12:21. And I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock timer. So a lot of synchronicity, a lot of like, your spirit guides are saying divine coincidences. They're saying there's no such thing as coincidences. And so I feel like the career that you're meant to be in is almost like, your spirit guides are also saying follow the yellow brick road. So it's like each step is leading you toward where you're meant to be. Interesting. We have the Knight of Swords. So your career actually could involve communication of some kind, using your voice to express, or using words. This could be a writer. Again, this could be an actor, or a musician as well, or a poet is something that's also here. We have the Nine of Swords. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So your career, again with the energy of like temptation, stress, your career may feel stressful is something that's coming through, but I feel like it's also the feeling of stress is coming up because you are meant to transmute this stress. You're meant to transmute this like more harsh energy into, your spirit guides are saying, creativity, into potential, into magic. I feel like you guys are really alchemist is something that's coming through. With the Nine of Swords here, I feel like your spirit guides are saying keep moving forward. So whatever career that you're in, again with the energy of entrepreneur here, it's like you are doing something that nobody else has done before. You are a pioneer. You are paving a path that nobody else has done or been on before. So again, it may bring up feelings of stress. It may bring up feelings of challenge. But that is because you're meant to transmute that. That is because you're meant to overcome the challenge, to keep moving forward. And the more you move forward, the more abundance you receive. And the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about working with others. It can also be about, with the World being here as well, about having a master or a mentor or a guide of some sort. So your career may involve up-leveling. And in order to up-level, you need to meet with somebody who is an experienced person in this field or learn from people who are experienced in this field. So I feel like your career may be something that you're passionate about as well. Because there will be a lot of challenge, there will be a lot of trial that you have to overcome. This passion is what fuels the drive to keep going, even when you do experience challenge. This love of this career is what's meant to propel you forward. So pile number 1, your career, something that I'm really strongly seeing, is meant to be, you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be in the spotlight. Your career could involve travel, a lot of material abundance, and then also a soulmate connection. There could be a partner or a twin flame or a soulmate that is in the same career as you. I feel like that's almost like a huge sign that you'll know that this career is meant for you, because a partner, a really significant partner, a relationship will also be doing the same thing that you're doing. And your career also has this huge theme of overcoming fear, of recognizing fear for the illusion that it is, to keep moving forward, to keep going. And the gazelle is about jumping over obstacles, having this like lightness energy, this like feeling light on your feet, like you can overcome or dance around obstacles. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. If you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. What career is meant for you? I do want to start out by saying take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and then also remember to just have fun with this reading as well. So your first card is Friendship. It says, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. Wow. Coming out hot, coming out strong, pile number 2. Friendship is something that's involved in the career that you're meant to have. I feel like your career is meant to be surrounded by people of like minds, of like hearts, people who you can get along with, people who you can play with, who you can laugh with. Let's see what else we have. We have Tarantula. Wow, pile number 2. The tarantula is all about Dharma. So your career is actually meant to be in alignment with your Dharma, with your true purpose, with your true calling. Let's see what else we have. We have the Advocate. Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So the Advocate is the energy of the counselor. It's the energy of a therapist. It's the energy also of a life coach, is something that's here, where you listen to people, where you help people overcome challenge, you help people overcome struggle. And this comes from a strong place of just listening to others. I'm also seeing the energy of the teacher here as well. Let's see what else we have. We have Yod, Destiny. Oh my gosh, pile number 2. You have Destiny, Dharma, the Advocate, and Friendship. Your career is one that is meant to feel fulfilling. It's in alignment with your destiny. Also, the Yod card can talk about overcoming challenge. And this is, I believe, I believe this has something to do with Hermeticism. So your career that you're meant to have could be involved with discovering certain truths, discovering certain truths about the universe, about people, about the way the mind works is something that's also here. Destiny. Whatever career you're meant to be in is something, it's almost like it was destined before you came here. You guys could actually be the pile that knew what you wanted to be from a very young age and have maybe been working toward that, is something that I'm feeling as well. The Yod card does also talk about challenge, though. It can talk about overcoming challenge. So your career may involve overcoming self-limiting beliefs. I am feeling this energy of, it's almost like how therapists also need therapists, or like counselors also need people to listen to their problems, to their struggles. So you may learn about your career through your own life. Your spirit guides are also saying mirror work. So you may learn about what you're meant to do by looking at other people. It's really interesting. Or watching other people, specifically your friends, is something that's here as well. Let's see what else we have. We have the 15th gene key, an eternally flowering spring. So June 20th through 25th could be significant, the Gemini-Cancer cusp. This is the shadow of dullness, the gift of magnetism, and the city of fluorescence. Interesting. The gift of magnetism. So with the gift of magnetism, this is about attracting what it is that you're meant to have to you, as opposed to going out. It's a very like feminine energy. It's almost like how flowers attract the bees to them so that they can repopulate. They don't have to do anything necessarily. Interesting. Magnetism. I feel like your career also involves, you guys may be very charming. I am seeing this energy of you guys also building a community or creating like a tribe is something that I'm seeing, where you guys are at the center. You have this unique ability to connect with others, to empower others, to help uplift others, and to bring people together. And then you guys have the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation, with a number 16, which reduces to the number 7. So your career involves inquiry, self-study is something that I'm seeing. Learning more about yourself helps you in your career. I feel like there's a huge theme of like counselor or therapist or life coach here, where you have this ability to learn about yourself and help other people through what you learn about yourself. And it's interesting because the codon ring is the ring of seeking. So you guys may actually be on a spiritual path or be very curious about enlightenment, is something that's also here. You guys may be more interested in, your spirit guides are saying the occult and esotericism. So things that aren't necessarily known, or more things that are hidden, is something that's coming through. Hidden knowledge, hidden truths about the universe. Your career could also be about helping people and helping people learn about these things. I feel like you guys are natural born seekers. You naturally are curious about knowledge, about learning, about seeking. And your career may be involved with sharing what you learn. So you guys could be tarot readers. You could be channelers as well, is something that's coming through. Sharing what you learn. I feel like your career also, with the community of friendship being here, maybe revolved around sharing ideas with friends, or your community sharing ideas with each other. It's almost like you're meant to create a community where people can learn, where people can know things. Your spirit guides are also saying Agrippa's diary, which is like a very esoteric, occult type thing. So your career revolves around sharing hidden knowledge. And with that comes looking at the shadow. Yeah, so and that's something that counselors do as well. They help people do shadow work. So you guys may help people with shadow work. You guys may be really into shadow work and enjoy doing shadow work, is something that's here as well. Your career is meant to be almost like a guiding light for others. And with the number 7 here, this is the number of the Hermit. So you guys may enjoy spending time alone, or learning in quiet, or spending time in nature. Being by yourself is something that I'm seeing. And your career is revolved around using the knowledge, the wisdom that you learn when you're alone, and sharing it with other people. Helping uplift other people through what you know, what you learn. I feel like you guys also may be the type to have a lot of journals, or to have a lot of diaries, or to write a lot about what you learn. I feel like you guys are also very introspective, is something that's here as well. See what else I'm seeing. I feel like you guys could also be a spiritual teacher, is something that's here with the Dharma and the Advocate being here. Being a spiritual teacher, sharing spiritual wisdom, spiritual insights. But it's interesting with Yod being here, because this is part of your destiny. It's something that was written in the stars before you were born. But it also has this energy. It's almost like no matter how many times you want to give up, you keep going, you keep pushing forward. It's like the challenge, you are meant to overcome the challenge. And I feel like you will have this feeling when it comes to your career that no matter how many times I want to give up, or how many breaks I take, it's like you always go back to this one thing. You keep coming back. It's because it's part of your destiny. It's part of fate, is something that's also here. You're meant to be doing this thing. I feel like you guys will know what it is. I feel like you guys may have come to this reading for confirmation, is something that I'm feeling. Spiritual teacher, life coach, counselor, therapist. I feel like I am just feeling like a huge strong focus on my ears. So I feel like your career involves listening to other people. It's interesting because your spirit guides are saying people know how to solve their own problems. It's just when you listen to them, when you can have this like receptive energy and this openness, and people know that you're listening to them, it's like they come to their own conclusions anyway. So it's not like you really have to do anything to help people. People naturally will help themselves. But you're almost this like signpost, or the stop sign to say, just stop and listen what is actually going on within. You guys have this very like calming energy around you as well. This very like still, calming energy. Interesting too with the tarantula. I feel like you guys are meant to heal the collective shadow, is something that's coming through. So I feel like you guys may work or have a career in mental health as well, because the spider is something that a lot of people are naturally afraid of. It's the shadow spirit animal of the collective. And so with the Shadow Queen and the Shadow Spirit Animal, I feel like you guys are meant to help people with shadow work as well. I want to go ahead and look at your tarot cards, and I just saw 11:11 on the clock timer. What career is pile number 2 meant to have? What career is pile number 2 meant to have? One more card, please. Okay. Make sure these cards are straight. Move this over a little bit. Okay. So you guys have the 3 of Cups. So your career is meant to feel like play. It's not meant to feel like work is something that's coming through. And with the 3 of Cups coming right underneath friendship, it's like the people that are in your career are meant to be very similar to you, have similar thoughts, have similar hearts, have similar intentions. I feel like the people in your career, the community within your career is meant to have similar values as well, is something that's here. A lot of friendship. I feel like the people in the career that you're meant to be in will be lifelong friends because you guys have similar values, because you guys have similar interests. And it's interesting because I feel like even outside of your career, even outside of work, these people may be your colleagues, but I feel like you'll have this deep friendship with the people that you're in career with, which is interesting. It's like you'll be friends outside of work. And we have the 3 of Wands. So 2 3s, and 3 is a very creative energy as well. So your career is meant to be one of a creative nature. Your spirit guides are also saying not knowing. So it's like your career, you are meant to learn along the way. Interesting. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And I just saw 1333 on the clock timer, so a lot of 3s coming through. And 3 is also a number of communication. It's the number of Gemini as well, and we have Gemini and Cancer here. So there could involve a lot of communication, a lot of communicating. I'm hearing public speaking as well. So your career may involve you having a platform, sharing your voice with others. And the 9 of Pentacles is one of financial abundance, financial wealth. So this is about setting yourself up for material wealth, being able to provide for yourself. So your career could bring in a lot of money to help you build a foundation, to help you feel this energy of abundance, like you're set up, is what your spirit guides are saying. We have the 10 of Cups. Interesting. And I want to go ahead and lay out all of your tarot. We have Judgment with card number 20. And then we have the Lovers. So your career is meant to involve some sort of flow state. Is something that I'm feeling. It's meant to involve the creative process, the feeling of flow that comes from the creative process. And it's also, even with the Judgment card, it's like it's part of your higher calling. I feel like even when you just follow your heart, you will be in alignment with your career. Your career could also involve families, is something that I'm seeing. Helping families, helping people. I feel like your career, your spirit guides are saying thankless work. So I feel like outside of the money that you will make in your career, because we have the 9 of Pentacles here, you will have a lot of financial wealth, a lot of financial abundance in your career. It will also bring a sense of fulfillment. It will bring a sense of like you're helping people, like you are doing the good Lord's work, is what your spirit guides are saying. So it's like your career brings a sense of fulfillment from within, of knowing that you're helping, of knowing that you're uplifting people. Yeah, and I just saw 1551 on the clock timer, so you may be seeing 555 or 111 as well. And 6 with the Lovers card, you could actually be similar to pile number 1. You could work in a career field that your partner actually works in as well, or you could meet your partner in the career that you're meant to be in. Your career involves answering a higher calling. answering a higher purpose, following your higher purpose. Again, that message is coming through no matter how many times you want to give up when it comes to this career. It's like you can't. You just can't. You have this feeling of like, I have to keep going. I have to see it through. I have to push forward, which is really interesting. I feel like your career also involves a feeling of healing for yourself. It's like when you help others, you also help yourself in this way. And your career, I do feel like, does involve other people. Talking to other people, communicating with other people, maybe teaching other people as well. And with the Lovers card here and them being in the like school, in the like Japanese like school uniforms, I feel like your career may involve higher education as well, or going to school, or learning from somebody is something that's also coming through. Learning from a teacher, a mentor, or going to more like a traditional schooling system or education may be involved in your career. Yeah, again, it's like your career involves a sense of fulfillment. Your career will make you feel happy is something that I'm feeling. It will make you almost feel like you're glowing as well, with the like glowingness here and then the gift of magnetism. Your career will make you feel this like fulfillment, this happiness from within, no matter how much money you make, which I feel like you guys will make money because you have the 9 of Pentacles here. Your career is giving you something deeper. It's allowing you to feel this sense of love, this sense of fulfillment, this sense of joy, of friendship, of community, of helping uplift people, of helping heal the collective shadow. Also integrate the collective shadow. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. If you chose pile 3, this is your reading. I want to start out by saying to just remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and also just to remember to have fun with this reading as well. So your first card is Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Wow. So with the Inspiration card being here, your career involves being inspired. It involves feeling motivated. So I feel like your career could be one of a more creative type. Also more of a non-traditional type is something that's coming through, where you may work from home, or you may have a, more random schedule. It's almost like whenever you feel inspired is whenever you work. So this could be like an artist, this could be a writer, is something that's here as well. You guys have the Stingray. Interesting. Let's go ahead and lay out your other cards. We have the Prince, Romantic Charm and Potential for Power, Shadow Attribute, Using Power for Self-Aggrandizement, Prince. So with the Prince card being here, I feel like you may be in your career already, or you may have to approach your career from a beginner's place of mind. You may be in the beginning phases of your career, or you may need a beginner's mind when it comes to your career. Prince is a very young energy, so you still may be learning about your career. Let's see what else we have. We have Chiron, healing, with the number 8. 8 is the number of abundance as well. It's also the number of networking, of communicating, of collaborating with people. So your career could actually be involved in the healing arts. With the Stingray here and the chakras, I am seeing like a yoga teacher or a physical therapist. I feel like your your career may be something that's very personal to you, is something that I'm seeing. Maybe something that you went through or that you lacked in childhood. You may feel called to make this area your career. So for example, if you, it's almost like something that you didn't get to see or experience as a child, or this could involve like childhood wounding because you were wounded in some way as a child. You now want to be it's almost like be the change you wish to see in the world. You want to be the person that you wish you had as a child, which is really interesting. I feel like your career could involve being like an artist of some sort, maybe writing children books or drawing children cartoons is something that I'm also seeing. I feel like your career is strongly connected to healing your inner child. Really interesting. I am seeing like physical therapy as well. Your career is strongly related to healing of some kind. So this could also be a nurse. This could be a doctor as well. This could also be more holistic healing using herbs or using plant medicine to heal. Let's see what else we have. We have the 63rd gene key with the energy of Pisces, March 2nd through 6th, reaching the source, the shadow of doubt, the gift of inquiry, and the city of truth. Interesting. I feel like your career is revolved around healing this energy of self-doubt. Interesting. I feel like you guys as a child may have encountered bullies or may have had people who didn't necessarily believe in you or didn't believe in the careers that you wanted. I feel like growing up, you may have had to learn boundaries. You may have had to learn how to stand up for yourself, how to fight for what you believe in is something that's also here. And your career is tied around almost like being a voice for people as well. The gift of inquiry. Interesting. I feel like your career is also revolved around self-care, self-love. Interesting. I'm seeing also a lot of healing careers, but more non-traditional healing careers. So this could be Reiki, this could be ASMR, this could be sound healing, aromatherapy, herbalism, being a tarot reader. You may be more interested in non-traditional forms of healing, but this again could also be a nurse or a doctor, which are more traditional forms of being a healer. And then you guys have the Mapmaker of Destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Wow, destiny. So your career also, this came through in another pile, is tied to destiny. No matter how many times you feel like you want to give up, when it comes to pursuing this career, you will always be drawn back to it. You'll always be drawn back to doing this thing. It's like you can't give up no matter how much you want to, because it's part of your authentic purpose. It's a part of your destiny. And it's interesting too because you have inspiration twice. You have inspiration on the Mapmaker of Destiny, and then you have inspiration in your fairy card. And even on your, this card over here, you have fairies. And fairies deal with earth magic. They deal with the elements. So we have a shaman here as well, shamanism, being a career that you may be meant to be in. It's interesting with inspiration here. It's like I feel like you may have gone through something as a child that may have been like, okay, this is how the world is. This is what the world is lacking and needs more of, and that is what I will show up in as the world, part of your career. It's like because there's a lack of holistic healers, I will show up as this, or because there is a lack of people who stand up for other people, this is what I will show up as. And even in your archetype card, you have the Prince, romantic charm and potential for power. So your career is meant to be very powerful when it comes to the collective. It's meant to uplift the collective. And with this pile, I am seeing like really powerful inspirational leaders, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa. It's almost like the people who incited change. And again, even I believe it was Gandhi who said, be the change you wish to see. I feel like your career is heavily tied around inspiring the collective, uplifting the collective, being there for people, healing people. It brings this energy of healing as well. Yeah, this is a really powerful pile. Your career is strongly tied to destiny. And actually, I feel called to read this card out of the book for you. The Mapmaker of Destiny. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in the book. When the Mapmaker of Destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. And with that message of fate into destiny, it's like as a child, you may have experienced certain things or come to grow up really fast or realize harsher truths about the world, but you are meant to take that, alchemize it, and make it your power. Use that as your source of power, as your source of inspiration for a better place. And I think that's what like Martin Luther King Jr. did. That's what Gandhi did. They saw a lack and they filled it. And I'm hearing that quote from Robots. Big Wild, I believe is his name. He says, see a need, fill a need. See a need, fill a need. You guys may really like that movie. If you've never seen it, it's called Robots. But this says, at birth, each human being is given a unique map with myriad paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, places where you will be challenged to evolve into the highest aspects of self. Remember that you are a spark of the divine come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences, so free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, or a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. Yeah. Ooh, I love this so much for you guys. I want to go ahead and look at your tarot cards. You guys are actually, I feel like, meant to do big things in life. You guys are having like really big world leaders, world changers, people who shook things up and changed things, people who healed the collective. Again, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr. People who went through a lot of challenge and they overcame it and they used the challenge to make the world a better place. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. What career is pile number 3 meant for? What career is meant for pile number 3? Okay, so we're only going to take uprights. We have the Tower. Wow. Yeah. The Tower talks about rebuilding, reshaping, restructuring. I'm also hearing rebirth and revolution. So you guys, your career is revolved around almost like being a pioneer of some sort, changing things up, doing things differently. I feel like you guys could be light workers as well, is something that I'm feeling. The Tower. Wow. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so your career also is meant to be something that you're passionate about, something that your heart calls toward. I'm hearing that from robots again, see a need, fill a need. Something that you're passionate about, something that inspires you. You're meant to share what inspires you with the collective through your career. And we have the Ace of Cups. This is about self-love, self-care. Your spirit guides are also saying when you take care of yourself, you have the potential and the ability to take care of others as well. When you heal yourself, you have the potential and the ability to heal others. We have the Six of Wands. So this is the card of victory, of success. This is also the card of fame, of being in the spotlight, of being seen. So your career is meant for you to be seen, for you to be in the spotlight of some sort. We have the Page of Wands. Interesting. So this card is actually, it has a very like sporty archetype on it. So your career could involve sports of some sort, which is interesting. Athleticism, you guys may be athletic. That doesn't, you don't have to be. That is the energy that's here though. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. So you actually, I feel like, are meant to put in work, put in effort. I am seeing this being a more non-traditional career. So I don't feel like your career involves school, which is really interesting. I do feel like your career could involve learning through people, learning through people's experiences, or maybe doing like self-study or self-inquiry, or you could also, I feel like, learn about this on the internet is something that I'm also seeing. But you're meant to work hard and you're meant to put in the effort to build this career. Interesting. I am feeling also the energy of like an influencer here as well with the Six of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles can also talk about being an apprentice. So you may be an apprentice, or your career may be involved working or working underneath somebody is something that's here as well. Your spirit guides are also saying your career involves letting the parts of yourself letting certain parts of yourself shine, the parts of yourself that maybe other people dismissed, or maybe people told you wasn't worth it or wasn't good enough. I feel like your career involves you healing parts of your inner child, healing wounded parts of yourself, building yourself up. And I'm seeing the horse here with the rainbow mane, but I'm also seeing the unicorn. So you guys may be more eccentric or more unique or different than the collective. I'm seeing light workers, starseeds, rainbow children is something that's also here with the rainbow on the stingray. It's like your career is meant to be something that's not traditional, that maybe not a lot of people have done or not a lot of people have gone into, but it's very powerful and it's very healing for not just yourself, but for the collective. It's part of your authentic purpose. And I also feel like your career involves inspiring people, lifting people up. I am also seeing the energy of the underdog here as well. It's like your career revolves around you believing in yourself, and because you believe in yourself, it allows other people to believe in themselves as well. Actually, I want to look at the Knight of Cups in this book. I feel like your career actually involves a lot of learning. I feel like your career is almost this continual learning, this continual relearning. Let's see. The Knight of Cups. So it says Chunibyo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. This is the anime tarot deck. Creativity, romance, and imagination. The Knight of Cups is excitable and romantic, full of big ideas and big actions. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates that you're bringing a dream to life. You've likely received some good news or an invitation, and the Knight's appearance suggests that now is the time to follow up on it. So you're meant to follow your inspiration for your career. You're meant to follow your imagination, to trust your imagination, to trust your inspiration. The Knight is also in touch with their emotions, so their appearance may also indicate that this new project or news may have strong emotional implications for you, luckily in a positive way. The Knight of Cups analog in anime is the Chunibyo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Commonly found in slice of life high school shows, is often slightly delusional, motivated by their emotions, and dreams more than boring reality. Whether it's their belief that they have magic powers or an insistence that love really is all they need, is usually an unrelenting source of positivity in whatever world or show they inhabit. And you know what's funny is whenever I read that word delusion, I was thinking there's this musical artist, I don't know her name, but they did an interview with her and they asked her, you know, what made you think that you could be this big star? What made you think that you could have all this fame? And she just laughed and she said, delusion. And it's funny because sometimes that's how it really works. You have to be this person who believes in yourself even when the outside world is telling you no, even when the outside world is showing you that you need to give up, or maybe you should quit, or maybe you shouldn't keep going. It's almost this idea of like delusion of like, I know that I'm meant to be famous. I know that I'm meant to be seen. I know that my voice is meant to be heard. And you guys have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot is seen riding a horse holding the wreath of like fame, of power, of a lot of people looking up to them. So these are some animes down here where this archetype appears in. So feel free to screenshot this and watch these animes if you're into anime. But yeah, I feel like that's actually all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.